Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. My baby moms tried to get greedy and sue me for more child support, and it backfired in her face. Yo, so Mike, tell me if I'm the asshole. Here's what's going on. I was giving my baby mama $250 every single week. Don't sound like an asshole to me, but continue. Not court order, just me doing the right thing and taking care of my kids. No complaints, no arguments. Everything was cool. That's until her friends got in her ear and convinced her that she deserved more. That's always the foundation of failure for women. Next thing I know, she telling me that I don't give enough. And she actually said that if I really cared about our kids, I'd be sending her even more money. What more do you want from me? Word to Tyrese. So she went ahead and sued me to get the payments increased. Nah, that's nasty work. I'm definitely not here for it. Well, joke's on her because the judge looked at my pay stubs and ruled that I only have to pay $250 a month now, not a week. Tell your BM the squeaky wheel always gets the grease, and it looked like the courts greased the hell out of her. And now she's furious, calling me cheap, saying the system is broke. Oh yeah, it's definitely broken, just not the way that she means though. And that a real man would still give what he used to. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. She's even saying she wants to go back to how it was. Oh, I bet she does. Tell Beg the Stallion that shit doesn't sell. Because the kids are suffering. Nah, shorty, you're suffering and insufferable at the same time. But I'm standing my ground. I'm only giving her what the court says. Yeah, I'm here for it. So Mike, am I wrong for not going back to giving her more after she tried to play me? Nah, see what happened here is your BM found out she played stupid games and inevitably won a stupid prize. I'm gonna tell you right now, 99% of the time, a woman's downfall is advice or insight from another woman. Now, let me put this disclaimer out because there's somebody out there that will be like, well, not all women. Yeah, of course it ain't all women. But the exceptions don't change the rule. 99% of a woman's downfall came from another woman telling her to do something or not do something, and it should have been the complete opposite, right? You paying her a stack a month. Everything is good. There's no problem. She had no problems. The kids were fine. She was cool. There was no issues. The friends started talking to her, convinced her she deserved more. I don't even know what they based that off of. Convinced Shorty she deserved more. She came to you with it thinking you was like, oh, okay, here's how much more do you want? Thought you was going to do that when you didn't cave. She said, oh, you know what? I got something for you. Took you down family division. The judge is looking at the facts, not going off of his feelings or his emotions saying, sir, you make X, Y, and Z. You're only to pay this. And she's like, nah, but he used to. And the judge probably would have been like, well, you probably should have stuck with the old agreement then because you're not getting more than this. And so, yeah, she's burnt. But again, women give women terrible advice because most of their advice, their insight, their outlook, everything is feelings and emotion based. Well, I feel like, well, my emotions are telling me, I feel like this. I know so many women left marriages because they felt like they weren't loved or they felt like they weren't happy. And then when the feeling comes back, they're like, damn, I miss dude. And now he in love with somebody else living his best life. And she's like, he didn't moved on. Did he ever really care? Trying to gaslight. Just like your BM's doing, talking about a real man would, nah. Shut your ass up. Anytime I hear a woman start anything off with, well, a real man, tuning her out like the Charlie Brown cartoon. Because I don't care what you're talking about. You're not a man. You don't get to tell me what a real man is. Yes, there are some things that a real man does across the board. But everybody's situation and circumstances are different. What one man might do and his wife, like, my husband's a real man. Another man might not do. And his wife still look at him like, oh, I got a real man. Everybody's situation is different. You was being a real man and you still are. So you're not an asshole, but here's my advice to you. That extra bread that you was giving her, that you don't have to now, put that away. Put that in a stock market or a mutual fund or something, a Roth IRA, something. Put that in something that will make you more money because guaranteed that giving it to her is not going to make you no more money. And I'm telling you right now, she didn't need all that money to take care of the youth. You know what I'm saying? She was over there going to happy hour and getting drinks and buying stuff for the crib that don't pertain to the kids at all. I'm telling you, the band a month was more than enough money for them kids, so she didn't need that. The extra she was pocketing. So what you do is you take that $750, put it in something that'll make you some more money, stash it away for a rainy day because the kids might really need something and she don't got it, then you could slide a couple bucks out of the child support escrow account that you got on the side. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do so you don't become a deadbeat, because your kids, I don't keep it a buck, $250 might not be enough for them to live off in a month. You know what I'm saying? I don't know y'all custody agreement, how long they're with her, how much they're with you, whatever, but $250 might be like, that might be cutting it close, you know what I'm saying? And depending on her age. They got daycare or something, that's definitely not cutting it. So I would take that chicken, put it aside, use it sparingly when you need it, you know what I'm saying? But don't look at that as like, oh, now I can go get a new Audi because the car payment, I can afford that. Nah, don't do that. Just put that bread to the side and keep it for a rainy day. But you're not an asshole. You played a dumb game, listening to her stupid hood rat friends. That's what happens. So that's just my advice to you, my man. Stay alert, stay alive. I did 20 years in prison and I'm not trying to go back. Yo, what's good, Mike? You probably don't remember, but you did a comedy show at a jail in Philly a few years back. Nah, I definitely remember that. And I was there. Yeah, but I don't remember you. I've been following you ever since because you're one of the few people who make me really laugh, and you was a real one that day at the prison. Hope you ain't about to be on some stalker type time. Am I safe? Let me know. I'm reaching out because I'm getting out next year after doing 20 years straight for a body. God damn. And honestly, I don't know what to do with my life. Not going back to jail, that'd be a good place to start. I went in young, and this place is all I known as an adult. Out there, everything done changed. People, technology. Now, my boy went in with an iPhone 3GS and an iPod. Nah. Even the way the world moves feels different now. And I ain't scared to work or start over. I just don't know where to begin. I know one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Whatever it is you'll be doing, you're gonna have on steel-toe boots and a high-vis vest. I don't want to end up back in the same life that got me in here. Like this video if you think he's scared as shit. I want better. I just want to know, how do I make that first move? What's the best advice you can give for someone who basically got to learn how to live all over again? I appreciate the response. Yo, first and foremost, I appreciate the support. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And the ironic thing is, when I did that show in Philly, it was in August of 2023. I did it in a pink t-shirt and everybody was looking at me like, oh, you go both ways. Like, windshield wipers was really good with you. And now I got a pink shirt on doing a review. That's the way the world works, you know what I'm saying? The irony in the universe is crazy. But no, my man, you did 20 years, you took a life, you could never repay that back. No matter amount of what good you do moving forward, you can't replace the life you took, but you can change and do better moving forward. You got a couple options, right? You can get a CDL. Truck drivers make good money, you know what I'm saying? Well, I think they still make good money. Whether you driving over the road, whether you doing like working at construction sites, hauling gravel, dirt, whatever it may be, whether you're doing deliveries, any type of thing you use your CDL for, there's gonna be good money in that. If you get into a union, carpenter, plumbing, heavy machinery, one of those unions, you're gonna be good. You're gonna make more money than most people in America make if you get one of them unions. I had a homeboy that was like a heavy machine operators union. He wasn't making nothing less than like 130, 140 a year. And he was like 22, 21 when he got that job. He was mad young, you know what I'm saying? So that's an option. But I'm telling you right now, from the jump, from the rip, there's a 90% chance that whatever you're doing is going to be manual labor. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got no skills in anything else. You're not experienced in anything else. But here's some advice I would. If you're good at anything as far as social media, marketing, anything you might have learned while you was locked up on them, you need to apply, because the world is changing. All the same jobs that was good back in the day, not necessarily good now. The future is social media. It's content. It's stuff like that. You learn how to work YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or something like that. You create a brand. You end up being like Wallow, man. Shout out Wallow, man. He from Philly too. So that's the person that I would try to model myself after once you get released. He did 20 years. Came home. Now he's a multimillionaire. You know what I'm saying? He got his record clean. He can never unvictimize the people he victimized. But now he's doing so much good that people were like, yeah, you made a mistake when you was young, but the work you're doing now is making up for that. You took a life, which unfortunately you can't bring that life back. So that will always be a blemish that's on you. But moving forward, you could do good. You don't want to go back to that same life. So my suggestion, honestly, my mom used to be addicted to drugs, right? And crack, the hard stuff, you know what I'm saying? Not no Rudy Pooty stuff. She was on the rock, you know what I'm saying? Blasting the glass like that. So when she would go to these Narcotics Anonymous meetings, they would always tell these drug addicts that in order for you to get clean and stay clean, you got to change the people, places, and things. the people you're around, the place you're around, and the things you do, because all those things tie back to that old life that will bring you right back in. You know what I'm saying? My man D Swift, he was in and out, in and out, in and out of jail all his life. Every time he would get out, he would come back to Pittsburgh and be around the same people, places, and things. And guess what? Slanging that crack again, slanging that dope again, be back in jail. The last time he got out of jail, he moved to Atlanta, got his CDL, he been driving trucks, he got married, got kids. His life is way better now than it ever was because he changed those things. So you might need to get out of Philly. You know what I'm saying? You only go back to visit your family or whatever. And I hope this don't happen. I'm just telling you honestly. The person whose life you took, I don't know who that is, their family might want some retribution. They found out you out. One of their little YN nephews or something that heard the war stories about how Unc used to get down in the street and then got clipped. They might come back looking for you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to atone for your sins. So when I would get out, I would dip out of Philly, go find family somewhere else, a girl, something, and move out of that city and go somewhere else and relocate and start over. CDL, a trade, any kind of trade. Go to school for HVAC, plumbing, any of that stuff, electrician. Any of that stuff is going to pay money. Learn how to work YouTube, social media, whatever you're doing. Let's just say, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you get out and you get a job where you working on houses, like you doing like renovations. You building kitchens and baths and stuff like that. Take videos of that. Yeah, today we installing the tub. Make that content, because who knows, that content might take off, and now you the bathtub dude. Yeah, you still might be installing tubs and stuff like that, but now you're getting revenue from social media. You're getting bigger jobs. You're getting booked to go teach other people. You know what I mean? There's a world of opportunity once you get into social media, but you're going to have to start from the ground up first and get your hands dirty and then work your way up. But leave Philadelphia if that's where you're from. I'm assuming you're from Philly because it said I did this show in Philly. Most of the people was from Philly up there. But wherever you're from, leave that environment. That's the advice. Whether it's Philly, whether it's one of them hick towns, you know what I'm saying? Reading, PA, whatever. Just get out of there. And that's my advice to you. And one last thing before I let you go. Well, two things. One is get with your probation officer. I'm pretty sure you're going to have one. They have so many state-funded programs that will send you to those schools for free. CDL for free, HVAC, any of those trades. They send most of the people there for free, which is crazy because a regular person who never broke the law can't go there for free. But somebody who clipped somebody back 20 years ago get to get a CDL for free. I ain't knocking it, but I'm just saying it is a flaw in the system. You need to take advantage of it. So that's first. Secondly, I wish you nothing but prosperity and future endeavors. And I hope that you keep your nose clean, you do the right thing, you change your life around, and you could pick up and start a better life than you left 20 years ago. So that's my advice to you, man. I wish you the best. But in the meantime, stay alert. Stay alive. My stepdad put his hands on me, so I choked him out. Yo, bro, I need a little feedback on the situation I got. So my mom's got 4 sons with my pops, but then she remarried and had my little brother with my stepfather. Your mom's got that boys only box and no girls allowed, or whatever Spanky told Alfalfa on the Little Rascals. We all grew up together, and like most brothers, we fought a lot. Nothing serious, just roughhousing. Man, my uncles and cousins had me in all kind of Boston crabs and cross-faced chicken wings when I was a youth. Our parents never stepped in before until one day my stepdad finally did. Stay alert, stay alive. Me and his biological son got into it, and out of nowhere, he jumped in and put his hands on me. Nah, Pops is playing favorites, and I'm not here for it. I don't even know what came over me, but I snapped. Like this video if you think he's crazy as shit. I choked him out. Pulling the Ving Rhames and Baby Boy on your step-pops is nasty work. I know that sounds bad, but he's always treated his own kid different from the rest of us, and I just hit my breaking point. Nah, my man's got fed up with the favoritism and strangled his step-pops till he saw stars like the roof of a Rolls Royce. Now it's awkward every time I see him. My mom's caught in the middle, the whole family's tense, and honestly, I don't even know how to fix it. I regret how I handled it, but I still feel like he pushed me there. So what do I do, Mike? How do I even begin to make things right after something like that? Nah, my man, I feel you, because me and my stepdad got into it one time, similar situation. The only difference was he wasn't defending my little brother, his biological son, because that's his son. He was doing it because he babied that boy. You know what I'm saying? When I used to get trashed by my uncles and cousins growing up, my dad never intervened. He used to be like, fight back, get up, don't cry, go back in here. I'd be like, yo, bro, where's that same energy when I'm smashing my little bro? Pause, that was super crazy. I really want to start the video over. That was extra maniacal, you know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying. When I go to trash my little brother, he want to intervene and put his hands on me. I'm like, bro, you at the age where I really light you up. Out of respect, I'm not, but don't do that again. know what I'm saying? He's a grown man. I'm a grown man. Let us handle it. And a year later, I don't know if y'all live together. I don't know if you go over and visit. I don't know if you're an adult. I don't know if you're like a teenager. I don't know how old you are, but I know you're not like 13 or 14, because if you 14, 13, something like that, and you choke your stepdad out, that's not your stepdad, bro. Now that's you his stepdad. You know what I'm saying? If you 14 or 13 choking your dad out, now you tell him to go take the trash out and go shovel the walkway and mow the lawn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming you either late teens or you're an adult. And I don't know how old your brother is either, but if you don't live there, it should be fairly easy to reconcile that, because y'all don't see each other that often. After time passes, it'll kind of go away. Now, if you live there, the only solution to this is you and him sit down man to man and have a conversation. And no disrespect to your mom, but tell her mind her damn business. Don't get involved. This is either two men talking or a man and a young man talking, and y'all gonna have to communicate with each other, hash it out. You tell him how you feel. Yo, we always rough each other up. We wrestling, we fighting, whatever. Y'all never get involved. But as soon as it's your son, you want to step in. I'm starting to feel some type of way. Now you treating us like we different. That ain't how it's gonna rock. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I felt some type of way. That's why I did what I did. You should have just stayed out of it like you do anything else. I would express that. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful, because he already got choked out by you. So he already gonna be on edge. He already ready to, you know what I'm saying, to vindicate himself and get some get back. So you don't want to come in with yeah, that's why I choked you out, because you don't want to do that. You need to dial it back a little bit, go in there with a little humility and be like, look, man, you hurt my feelings, bro. I mean, don't call him bro, but you hurt my feelings. We all look at you like you dad. We getting it on. You want to get in and put your hands on me. I snap, bro. I'm tired of that. Like, you treat him differently than you treat the rest of us, and it's not cool. We call you dad. We love you like our dad. You know what I'm saying? And now you treating us like we your stepsons. Nah, don't do that. And then if he's any type of good person or got any type of a moral compass, will be like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I apologize for that. I shouldn't have done that. I should let y'all hash it out or whatever. Y'all dust each other off, get back to being brothers. And that's that. Next time, I'm not going to get involved, man. I apologize. I love you. Bring it in. Y'all hug it out, and it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But y'all going to have a conversation man to man to resolve this. Even if, I'm going to be honest, even if you don't live there, you might still have to link with him and be like, yo, can I talk to you? And apologize, you know what I'm saying, for choking him out. You know what I mean? You got to do that. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for that. He needs that. At the minimum, he needs that to feel like a man still. Like, oh, my bad, I was wrong. If you go in there like, yo, bro, you tell me why I should forgive you, it's not going to go right. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to go right. But as two men, y'all need to hash it out. It'll work out. Trust me. Just talk to a man to man, and we'll go from there. That's my advice to you, man. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy, and I hope you guys enjoy me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment telling me what advice you would have gave to them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement that you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure I read it in a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But remember, stay alert, stay alive.